Hi, second grade poets. I'm here today to teach you some more about poetry. Our second grade poetry standards challenge us to describe how words and phrases give meaning and rhythm to poems. So far, as poets, we've played around with rhyming and we've talked about how poets use interesting words to describe how something feels, looks, or sounds. Today, we're going to learn about how poets use special phrases called similes to bring meaning and images to their writing. If you're following our lesson plan for today, then you've watched the YouTube video read aloud, "My dog is as smelly as dirty socks," and other funny family portraits by Hannah Piven. I think this book is great, even though my dogs Ellie and Macy disagree with me. What I like about this book is it uses similes. A simile is a phrase that compares two things to different things by using the words like and as. They're like as mean as a rattlesnake or bright like a star. Which leads us to the lesson I want to teach you today. Using this book and some other poems that I'll share with you in just a minute as our mentor texts, I want to teach you that sometimes writers compare one thing to another. We actually use similes quite a lot without even realizing it. There's even a simile in Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Can you find it? Remember to look for the words like or as to help you. If you found like a diamond in the sky, then you found the simile. Here are some others. As big as an elephant, as blind as a bat, as easy as pie, as tall as a giraffe, eat like a pig, swim like a fish, as busy as a bee. So now let's practice writing some of our own similes. If you want to work along with me, you can print out this Popsicle Similes page from our lesson plan document, or you can just take a regular piece of paper and write along with me. To write a simile, you think of something, which in this practice example is popsicles, and you think of ways to describe that something, popsicles. One of the first things I think about when I think about popsicles is that they're cold. What else is cold? I know, ice. So I could write, popsicles are as cold as ice. And I've written a simile. Yay! But that was also just my first idea. And so I could keep thinking of other cold things to make a stronger simile to use in a poem. Since poets play around with words to create strong images, I shouldn't always use my first idea. Try this one out instead. Popsicles are as chilly as a polar bear's bed. Notice I used chilly, which is a synonym for cold. And I tried to think of something cold that might be different than what another poet might use. So instead of just ice, I thought about what else is cold? Well, polar bears live where it's cold. And if polar bears just sleep on the ice or on the snow, I bet their bed is really cold. So I could compare popsicles to a polar bear's bed. And that would be unique and different. And that's what we want our poetry to do. Now look at this example. Not only are popsicles cold, but usually they're sweet. Which of these sounds more like a line from a poem to you? Popsicles are as sweet as candy. Or, popsicles are as sweet as the scent of honeysuckle on a summer's breeze. When you're writing poetry, you want to think about what gives a good picture to your reader. So you want to have those stronger comparisons. Now here's one last group of sentences for us to compare. We're comparing statements. Anyway, Look at how choosing a different word can change the sound of a line of poetry. Popsicles are as yummy as fruit. Or popsicles are as delicious as a juicy, ripe peach. Which one do you picture more? Which one makes you imagine what's happening in that? As a poet, you get to choose the interesting words that you can use. I want to share some simile poems with you. Listen for the comparing words like and as. This first poem is No Difference by Shel Silverstein from his book Where the Sidewalk Ends. This is not the whole poem, it's just part of it, but listen for those comparisons, for those similes. Small as a peanut, big as a giant, we're all the same size when we turn off the light. Rich as a sultan, poor as a mite, we're all worth the same when we turn off the light. So in that, he's comparing the size of things, he's comparing how much money we have, and he's also kind of comparing us and saying that there isn't a difference between us. Then look at this next poem. This is called Like Stars in the Sky by Michelle Mealing. And see if you can see what's being compared. What is the simile in this poem? Like stars in the sky. Friends are like the stars in the sky, always there even when you can't see them. They shine brightly in dark times, guiding me as the North Star does for travelers. In daylight, they blend in, a natural part of my everyday. And here's a simile poem that I wrote. Poets write about their feelings and topics that are important to them, so I decided to write about my feelings about being quarantined. Listen and see if you can find some similes. Quarantine by Mrs. Brink. Being quarantined is as boring as watching a snail race. Being quarantined is as dull as a broken pencil point. Being quarantined is as lonely as the first star in the night sky. Being quarantined is as hard as a test you didn't prepare for. Being quarantined is as not fun as waiting for your mom to stop talking to her friend so you can go do something. Being quarantined isn't fun or exciting or normal, but it is a way to show love to our community, so I'll keep doing it. So poets, your job this week is to try to find some similes, write some similes down, try to turn them into some poetry, and if you write some, please post it on our Flipgrid so that we can hear all of the great poems that you're writing, and you can hear poems that your friends are writing. We can't wait to hear what you create. So poets, off you go.